So, last time I did a lot of shit and I had to go back to something. Yes, I got a vial of my skin and blood, and I was gonna bring it back to the Godsman, to Xander, to make the Dream Builder. And was there anything else on the way back? The water keys to the no. Split pest, okay, and I need gold for that. After that we go return and go into the Festhall.
I'm gone.
Alright. Warward.
Done.
Endure. In enduring, grow strong.
Actually, it would be nice to rest here. Is there an inn to rest? Can we rest on this guy? Trade. Anything that I need sell bronze ring. Not charm. Should I keep that? Nah. I'll sell that. Abyssal pipe I might kill, but that could come in handy. Is there nowhere to... I guess I could rest at the end, but fuck it. We're just gonna go like that for now. I wonder if we could just auto-rest in the foundry. Should we consider the place of
I'm gone.
people that I like me? Let's see. No? Really?
I'm gone.
Alrighty. Xander boy. Let's see what you got. What I need to begin the final stages of the Dream Builder is a piece of your skin immersed in your blood, so the machine can familiarize itself with your physical essence. It must be in a blue-green bottle to symbolize the dream sea on which you will float. I've got it right here, take it. Show me my dreams.
Updated my journal.
The machine requires a birdcage adorned with razors, fine wrought to mimic the destructive power of dreams and their ability to capture our hearts and imaginations. Searching the siege tower for a cage I have commissioned. What? Birdcage with razors. How do I get in that tower? There is no entrance. You have proven yourself to be resourceful. Find a way. Fine. Can I travel from here to the Festhall? Let's see. Oh, nice.
Done.
Under sigil. Oh, we don't wanna go there yet. Those guys staying on the market day and night, they need to get some money, man. Okay. Master Splinter! Where are the Ninja Turtles?
Right.
DMD. That guy looks like Gitzerai by the shape of his head and skin. Let's talk to him first. This towering man's golden skin sparkles slightly, almost as if they were metallic. Damn, what is this gentleman music? Whether it's his actual flesh or merely painted on, you cannot tell. He regards you coolly as you approach, giving a respectful bow as you draw near. Welcome to the Civic Festhall, traveler. We are Splinter, doorman to the Festhall and the priest king of Ur. How may we help you? Despite his humble offer of aid, his voice is powerful and commanding, a deep and rumbling sound that resonates throughout the chamber. How can you help me? We do many things in this fine hall, traveler. We answer questions guests might have regarding it or its inhabitants. We direct both visitors and members of the Society of Sensation alike to the sensoriums or lecture halls. We also accept new members into the Society. Lastly, it is through us that purchases from the Society's vaults are made. Spells, items, and such. I had another question. I wanted to ask about you. But insane amount of text. There is little to say that we have not told you. We are Splinter, doorman of the Festhall, demigod son of Issachar and priest king of Ur. Planewalkers came to our world and told us of the Society of Sensation. We were fascinated and returned with them. We left Ur in the capable hands of our queen so that we might come to this place and experience servitude and humility for a time. As time does not pass here as it does in Ur, the century we have spent here will be as a mere several months in our own world. After another decade or so, we imagine we shall be ready to return to Ur and rule it once more. Demigod's son. And Issachar should be a female, supposedly. I see. Is there somewhere I could rest here? There are lodging within the Festhall, but only members of the Society of Sensations are permitted here to use them. Should you wish to visit them, walk eastwards through the Festhall from here. You will eventually come to them. The clerk there allows sensei into their rooms. So there are no other ways to get a room here? I don't want to become a sensei. You must be a member of the Society on Sensation. What if I already was a sensei? I haven't come to this place in a long time, but I assure you, I was a sensei. Splinter bends down a ways to examine you more closely. We do not recognize you, but we see no lies dripping from your tongue. Very well, we shall grant you access to those privileges allowed only to members of the Society of Sensation if you can show us what sensations you have gathered recently. I mean, I might have gathered some sensations unintentionally. I did appreciate some fine work of art. That should count, right? Alright, I'm ready. We would ask for 5 sensations, then each pertain to one of the body's senses, or a single experience which has a strong elements of all 5 senses. I'd have a single experience to contribute, then. I woke up not knowing where I was on a cold wood, sick and iron swab in the bowels of the mortuary, a place where only the dustmen or the corpses in their care have seen. Go on. My entire body reeked of embalming fluid, but even the smell of that was not enough to match the coppery scent of gore around me. Dozens of bodies lie on countless body slabs, like the one I rose from, all in the process of being gutted, flayed, and the like by nightmarish clockwork devices for reasons unknown. The only sounds were the squeals of labored metal and the unsteady tread of undead workers as they pushed the slabs around the mortuary on rusted iron tracks. I mean, there is no other answer, so. a disturbing experience. And I even left out the part about the chattering skull that flew at me as soon as I was upright. Will it suffice, Splinter? Yes, we'll welcome you back, traveler, and grant you access to those privileges allowed to members of the Society of Sensation. Thanks, Splinter. I don't count myself as one of you, though. I'm just an ex-member, and it seems that I satisfy your requirements. Tell me about this Festhall. The Civic Festhall is one of the largest buildings in Sigil, fitting as it is home to the Society of Sensation, the city's largest faction. It holds the Cenoriums, lecture halls, training chambers, and such for visitors and members of the Society alike. Tell me about these Sensoriums. Sensoriums are chambers which hold many recorder or sensory stones. These stones are enchanted so that they may hold various sensations or experiences that may be later had by others using the stones. The stone. If you so please, we might direct you to one of them. Not yet. There was someone I was looking for here. Who was it you were seeking, traveler? I don't remember why I was seeking all of these guys, but let's start with this one. Mistress Jomi of the house Sirma. Jomi has taken to waiting about in this very chamber of late. Has taken to waiting about. What does that mean? It sounds like she doesn't like it, but we think she is looking or waiting for someone. Oh, she does like wanna do it. In any case, she should be nearby. Thanks. What about the Merryman? Merryman is usually pacing back and forth around the lecture halls. Travel through the middle door on the eastern wall, and the door beyond that as well. He will likely be wandering within the hallway you'll find yourself in. Is there anyone here who might know about Ravel Puzzle? Splinter closes his eyes and thinks briefly. Would recommend that you speak to a wizard by the name of Quell about Ravel. Everyone rhymes here around Ravel. Quell is always somewhere in the Festhall, most often in the private sensorium. Alright. Ah, there is Jomi right there. Why did I need to talk to her? Well, she's gonna tell me, I guess. The stern-looking older woman seems to be looking for someone. Her eyes fix upon your face as you approach her. You there? Might I have a word with you? Yes, you're Jomi, correct? I spoke to your messenger.
Updated my journal.
I am pleased to meet you then. She gives you a slight bow. I would make you a somewhat unusual proposal, though you must admit you're an unusual man. I will give you 1,000 copper commons for your permission to kill you. Are you open to discussion on the matter? But why? Jomi doesn't bat an eyelash. But why not? I thought it might be an interesting experience, paying someone for the privilege of murdering them. When I first heard rumors of your existence, how could I resist? So what is your answer? Shall we discuss the matter in greater detail? Where did you hear these rumors? Jomi frowns. One hears all sorts of things in the Festhall. How could one not eventually hear of a man like you? Again I ask, would you consider my proposal? Man! Okay, what do you guys think? There are two ways we can look at this. One, I'm a big believer of life. People shouldn't be taking their life lightly away, even though I'm immortal at the moment. That's one sense to look at it righteously. The other way to look righteously is, if I give myself for this money and I allow her to mutilate me, this money is gonna go towards the betterment of our entire party, which is mostly gonna be me. But if my party is better equipped and protected, that means I can better righteously protect them. So, which two paths of righteousness should we take? Except... I'm just gonna do this because we're in a desperate money situation, so... My life is gonna help us nurture us into a stronger shape. Or a condition, I guess. Otherwise, I wouldn't do it. Let's work out the details. After a short discussion, it comes down to the following terms. Jomi will pay you 1,000 copper coins. In return, you will allow her to drive her dagger into your heart. She will wait for you to awaken, at which point she will give you the coin. Do you agree to this, then? What if this is a unrighteous spy and they have been sent by some agents that actually can kill me? And I'm gonna lose the game right now. Have you considered that? What do you mean no? No way. Do it! The affair is over in moments. She's already cleaned her blade and put it away by the time you've recovered. After picking yourself up of the Festhall floor, Jomi hands you several rolls of copper coins while you rub your aching chest. Somewhat disappointing, I must admit. Ah well, coin well spent nonetheless. Farewell.
Updated my journal.
So she just summoned me here to kill me. For her to feel some sensation. Had some questions. There are others here who might answer your questions. I would ask that you find one and leave me to my search. Farewell. There is nothing hidden behind the bars which adorn the face of this pillar. This person turns to you, interrupt them, nodding a polite greeting. Apologies, good sir, but I was just in the middle of something. If you don't mind, farewell. They give a polite half bow and make to continue their business. The throne appears as old as the building itself and looks unused. More a piece of artwork than a ruler's seat. Martwen the Headless. Did he say bonk? Yep. It's clear there's something very wrong with this man. The way he lurches about, bumping into things, staring off blankly into space. As you approach him, you at last realize his plight. He's headless. The thing on his shoulder is merely a skillfully carved wooden prosthesis, a false head. Greetings. The headless body stops fumbling for a moment and pauses. Its hands begin to reach out, as if trying to feel exactly where you are. Let it touch you. After a moment, its finger brushes your forearm. It clutches your arm and follows it up to the shoulder, then your head. As it feels your face and head, its hands brush your neck, as if they were checking for something. Finally, it grabs your hand and shakes it vigorously in greeting. You notice that its skin is cold and slightly clammy. Can you understand me? The figure makes a series of head motions, then waits and responds. It seems like it's asking a question. What? I don't understand. The headless body taps its foot for a moment, scratching at the chin of its prosthetic head. Suddenly it raises a finger as if struck by an idea. It points at you, then at the eyes of its wooden head, then at you again. It then indicates its wooden head with both hands, shrugs and points at you. So he pretty much did. Huh? Well, he wants my head? It's game over if your character dies. Yeah? We cannot die here like that. I haven't seen your head anywhere. The headless body shrugs, slumps a bit and turns to amble off. Hey, I could actually give you a head. Would you like the skull of the Silent King or a Castus? I guess that's a skull, not a head, exactly. Well, let's check these rooms here. his side. This is a life-size granite statue of a gentleman, standing with his arms at his sides, eyes closed. It is an excellent craftsmanship, exquisitely detailed, and incredible lifelike. So much so, in fact, that you find yourself wondering if it's really a statue at all. Greetings. The statue makes no response. Ah, Chief, you've seen statues before, right? Not that they don't talk or anything. Perhaps, Morty, I'll just touch him. You touch the statue and find that while the clothes that adorn it are of grey cloth rather than rock, the skin is also cool and hard as granite. Let's not strike the statue. That will be not very righteous. Montagu. This is the guy we found quotes for, right? This handsome young man seems to boast in thought, his brow furrowed and a slime thrown upon his lips. Greetings. And so they, sir, hell, what dost thou wish of me? Yes, who are you? I'm named Montag, factotum of the Sensei. Factotum? Verily, sir, a member of thou like. You had said sensates? Verily, sir. The Society of Sensation, a faction of Sigil, sir. The largest. Shouldn't thou wish to learn more of the sensate? Speak with Splinter. Thou shalt find him just inside the entrance to this building. What are you doing here? I work as an assistant for one of the faction's administrations, though. More often than that, I find myself perplexed by one of the life's strange ways. Such as problems of the feminine variety. What's the problem exactly? I don't know what's bothering her. I have tried to cheer her up. I don't know what could be the matter. How are things between you two? No, we're not gonna try, just an experiment. Other than a bout of discontent and humdrums, everything is splendid. All that orbits around us does so with tranquility. Our families are more than satisfied with our potential union, and her siblings love me. There is nothing wrong. Oh, I found this woman that was unhappy with her man because everything was perfect and she wanted some drama. That's why she got sad. I told her to appreciate her relationship and stop crying. Perhaps that's the problem, no problems. How does thou mean to no problems are problems? This my desire that thou speak plainly, sir. I mean, perhaps she wants a little more. I mean, that's exactly what she wants, but I kind of don't want to encourage that. I'm just gonna tell him the truth of, because I've already heard that story from his wife. How wouldst thou know what she wishes? He becomes heated. We love, and we love unconditionally, with none of us sordid or poisonous wrappings that seem to unfold all in young love. I call thee out, sir, and I call thee a recreant knave and a fool. Hold there, calm yourself. I am sorry. 'Twas the fury of the moment that caused me to speak so. I tender my apologies to thee and thine, good sir. Think nothing of it, it's no matter. Thou art indeed gracious, sir. Alright. Do you know of Ravel Puzzle? The legendary Night Hag, no? Thou should speak to Quell, sir. He is most knowledgeable regarding such things. He is within the Festhall, though where I do not know. That's all I wish to know. What's behind this door? Are slaughtering Tanari, are butchering? From the humane point of view, is not promoting one. Back your lids and cracking your bomb boxes. This is all steaming IPA Barney. Where's this guy talking about? This is the crooked. This quaint, hunched old man still has the broad shoulders and seared, callous hands of a worker or warrior. An aura of weary despair seems to hang about him. He appears to be giving a lecture at the moment. Stay. Right, now listen up. This is the seminar on the war. If you're listen about the blood war, take root. If you're not, you're in the wrong. Oh, you bestum, you're soft, comfort-loving Sicilian lumber stems out of here. The blood war, more boring than listening to a governor recite walls. Let's find some young sensates who need to be indoctrinated in the ways of passion. He waggles eyebrows in anticipation. No, Morty, I want to hear this. The man suddenly throws a dark eye over the audience as if looking for something. And on further, if your Tonari or Batezu your skull, it is out the door. Is not letting you ordinary bastards bend an ear to this and listen to your barmy arguments. Cause this is no discussion on who's right. Behind you, you hear the sounds of something large leaving the lecture hall. It just tells the blood war from the human point of view. It's not promoting one side or another, cause they both stink in different ways. The speaker becomes somber. So what's left for your wanting to listen to the blood war stories tells about the war, or the horror of it all, no doubt. The floating fortresses wove with the human skin, the plains-wide battlegrounds the blood war we fought on. He bares his yellow teeth. Tells of fiends locking fangs with other fiends. Groar! Snore! His snores fades and he looks suddenly bored. What? Let me peel back your lids and crack your bomb boxes. There's a steaming capital barmy nonsense to be dwelling on the forging dung. He spits at Derrison, rolling his eyes wide. I tell you this though, you can't imagine the scale the blood war is fought on. Nothing you've seen, heard or participated in, nothing compares. Time numbers or legions, sheer bullshit, nothing compares. Burks, to try and imagine and forget it. My advice, simple. Stay away from the big bloody mess altogether. The only thing you need to know is this. Fiends are killing fiends. Batezu are slaughtering Tanari. Tanari are butchering Batezu. Right now, neither's winning. Don't think either can win. Biggest stalemate this side of eternity. Think the powers? That's it. That's it. I'll be answering any question you got for me now. What's your question, Cutter? Can you give me a little more of the blood on the blood war itself? If I were to boil it down, it'd be this. The blood war has been going on damn near forever and will keep going on until damn near forever itself gets penned in the dead book. The Tanari, the champion of chaos and evil, and trying to stomp in the green colored dung out of the Batezu, the champions are law and evil. They butcher each other over. Each of them thinks evil should be, if you can believe it. Ha! What do you think would happen if someone stopped the blood war? You can't make any pecking difference in the war. It's too so dang big. You're a stone, a pebble in an ocean that is a pebble in another ocean, which is a pebble in another ocean, and so on and so forth, till the stench walks come in. As a pebble, your goal is to be not noticed and sink to the bottom with the rest of the dregs. If you could make a difference, which you can't, you shouldn't try, because the planes will tumble on down. The planes will tumble down what? He holds up his hands like pillars. The blood war is like a big bloody support beam popping up the planes. kick it down, and a wad of the planes come tumbling down with it. What a baggage rests on the back of the war. He suddenly brayed like a donkey, laughing bitterly. The biggest, nastiest pack animal of the plains. He grins cynically. Besides, some say war's great for business. He laughs hollowly, then looks as he could suddenly cry. Hey, never you mind that. Another question? Are you alright? You seem pained. The man smiles sadly. Aye, listen, Cutter. I'm no priest, nor would I want to be one. But hear this. Keep evil out of your heart. When you die with evil in your heart, your spirit falls into the war plains where you become a petitioner. Any guesses as to what happens then? Petitioners in the abbeys and Bator get twisted into foot soldiers and get the fight in the blood war for all eternity. So that's the dark, the why the Badezu and Tanari try and corrupt all they touch, cause they need more troops. And this keep evil far from your heart, Burke. What started the blood war? You got a right to be curious what started the big old sodden soupy mess in the first place. What set the fiends to walking horns in the first place, biting and clawing at each other until that was the only reason they were alive? Simple. They met. Tanari and Batezu crossed each other one day, and like two drunken bigots, they set the fighting. That's simple. Well, now pike that. Imagine two drunken priests who believe each knows the only way to live. Now make those priests rip it with scales and fangs and horns, a cruel streak 7 leagues wide, and put them in an itty bitty sodden cell. And you have a good idea of the love that can spring forth. And there you have it, the origin of the blood war. Why are two evil races fighting? One believe evil should be nice and orderly. One believe evil should be chaos running rampant across the plains. Both evil, but doesn't mean they can agree on anything. Bad blood. Each wants to exterminate the other, so only their brand of evil remains. They hate each other. Like. He wrings his hands together trying to find the right words. You say they don't hate like we hate. We don't even know what hate is. We have one word for hate. They have thousands upon thousands, their meanings twisted and piled like bodies. That's why they fight. How does one get hard into the blood war? You know, every once in a while when some leather-headed bird comes around asking about a job in the blood war, they want some jink, they want a quick sting, then to get along with their lives. Mayhap I was one of these leatherheads. Mayhap I was a sellswords, and I heard there was a little jink to be made in the war. Got me interested. Taught me a lesson it did. We're like ants running around the hills of dancing soappipe gods. I saw big men who claimed to be big soldiers. Paper soldiers. War's a furnace for them. Makes them wake up or burn. So how did you survive the blood war? The man's face darkens. Hi, well, that's the one thing I won't speak of, Cutter. Suffice to say, a man does what he has to do to escape the war. But a woman named Vrishika told me you had to murder your own men to escape the war. The man's face becomes red with anger. Watch your mouth, Cutter! That's a lie! Foul lie! Are you bar me joing with a feint over to the war believing are every word I That's what she told me. I didn't say I took it as a truth. I'll tell you what happened, Burke. He sighs and calms down slightly. I was part of the company of the Blazing Effigy. A part of its original number was 53 mortal mercenaries, though only 9 of us remained. Camped somewhere in Avernus, we were awaiting reinforcements for the next battle. Go on. Well, my tour was nearly done. Then, in fact, I was to leave after the battle. Now, the trouble was, had I died there, I would have been theirs forever. Too much blackness, too much evil in my heart. I would even ended up a petitioner in Bator, an eternal soldier in the war. He shudders in the thought. What happened? Me and 2 other lads fled like dogs. That's what happened. We scurried across the plain for a handful of days, and before we came to this great pure of living heads and the awful sight, it was they jabbered and hissed at us, calling us to come closer. That night I stole away from the others, and we want to talk to the pure. And guys, he shuts his eyes and rubs at his temple. I asked the pure, I might be freed, or I might escape by door. And they told me in the exchange for the 2 of my brothers. He is quiet for a moment, biting on his knuckles as if fighting back tears. To me at that time, it was just mad. Still sounds like you murdered them to me. He nods. Not sure if I forgive myself. Now I'm just a soldier who's looking for a place to die, trying to erase the stain of evil, cleanse me under guises before I die and return to the blood war. I lecture you to keep people away from it, to prevent them from ever having to make a choice like that. Perhaps I should spread the word around guises. I'm sure people would love to know exactly how you made it through the war. I won't say it was right, Burke, but you can't deny this was just about any man would have done. I call it survival, not murder. Now leave me. All guesses won't be sharing words with you no longer. Shall I spill it out, old man? It's blackmail. I'll take something of value and share. No, I'm not gonna blackmail him. If anything, I would try to send him to prison, but it seems I don't have such an option. Right. This is the last bit then. Some of you are senses, so I got one thing to say to you. Don't sign up to see what Pride in Blood War is about. Don't be a barmy idiot. Use a sensory stone if you got to know, but stay the way away from anything to do with the Blood War. For real. This was not worth it. This for a moment a look at Grandpa crosses the man's face and looks as he is going to whip. Not worth it at all. That's the end of this session, so farewell.
I'm gone.
Ay, ay, ay. A barrier. Person is practicing various combat maneuvers on the wooden target dummy. They seem too far busy to speak to you at the moment. What are you guys trading for? For the sense? No. Rack of wooden sparing weapons holds nothing of interest to you. The Merry Man. I think it was the unrighteous Baron that wanted me to find him. So I'll have a sussy approach towards the Merry Man. This man looks like a bitter Canticorus. What does that even mean? Canticorus.
Cantankerous.
Cantankerous. Bad-tempered, argumentative, uncooperative. Old codger. His mouth is twisted into a frown that becomes even more severe as he notices you coming his way. Merry man my name may be, but merry I am not. Off with you, young one. No time for the likes of you. He goes into a fit of coughing from the exertion of shooting you away so loudly. Wait, the water wanted me to speak with you. The water? Huh. I guess I am thinking about the wrong man. Merry man eyes you suspiciously. That's all? About what, eh? Huh? Well, she says that you're her first love. Oh no. Is this guy? And that so long as you hold the keys to her heart, she'll never be free to love another. She told you that, eh? I'm surprised. Perhaps leaving her under Mistress Grace's tutelage did what I couldn't. Started to develop her feelings. In any case, he packs a pocket on his tunic. I won't just give the keys to you. Wait, those are literally the keys to her heart? He nods. That they are? The war is a construct. Didn't you know that? A creature of sorcery and clockwork mechanics. She is. And one of my finest creations. Merryman sighs. But cold, without emotion or character. I brought her to the rodeo and set her so that she could not leave, in the hopes that the constant contact with so many others would begin to develop her own personality. The keys are the tools used to set her. She wants them because she feels that they're limiting her personal growth now, I suspect. Then why don't you just return them to her? Merryman scowls. Because I've become a cruel and bitter old man who sees he can get something out of you. I mean, it's his construct. He built it. I'm not gonna aggression him into it. Go on, what do you want? I want to forget. I've lived almost 150 years now, and I've seen every sensory stone I've cared to in this grand hall. I've little time left to live, and I am too weak to go out in search of wholly new experiences, so I need to find a way to forget them all. That way, I can start again in my final days. So do I just whoop you in the head, or what? How can I help?
Updated my journal.
I'll need something, some item, some concoction. That will allow me to forget. Like a draught of the river Styx, something like that. Right, I'll return if I find something. I don't think I've noticed such a thing. Such a potion before. I don't know where an alchemist is though. For it is fate of such subject which gives them. Is woeful and evil? Mechanicus is. Creatures predominantly behave in one of three. For it is the fate of such subjects which gives them. I think this guy's talking about the alignments. 3 planes aligned. Thin and sharp features, his yellow skin covered with tattoos, this man looks over the room and its inhabitants with cold black eyes. He appears to be giving a lecture. I am known as the 3 planes aligned. A Gitzerais cover. If you are here for my lecture, it begins in a few moments. Morte sighs loudly. Come on, Chief. Are we really gonna stay for this? Just be quiet for a bit, Morte. I want to listen for now. He speaks in a very low, somber tone. Today, I shall speak of the power of alignment and belief and how they shape the planes. First, I shall explain the concept of alignment. Alignment is a descriptor of one's beliefs and how one acts upon those beliefs. At their core, all creatures predominantly behave in one of 3 ways: with good in their heart, with evil in their heart, or indifference or neutrality in their heart. They predominantly express each of these core beliefs, behaviors, in one of the 3 different ways: in an ordered manner, in a chaotic manner, or in an indifferent neutral manner. Thus, there are 9 core alignments that one is capable of. The 9 alignments then are woeful good, neutral good, and chaotic good, woeful neutral, true neutral, and chaotic neutral, and woeful evil, neutral evil, and chaotic evil. Now I shall speak of the power of alignment and the beliefs in engenders, of how from them and the very deities gain strength, and how belief can physically affect one's environment. A deity must have worshippers, for it is fate of such subjects which gives them power. As converts are made and more come to believe in a god, the more power that god receives. Conversely, when no one believes in a deity, it withers and dies, joining the corpses of other gods that float on the astral plane. It is thus possible to slay a deity by simply forgetting about them. A much more striding example of power of alignment and belief, however, can be seen within the sliding of gate towns. First though, I will define gate towns. Gate towns are towns on the outlands and largely neutral area which sigil spins over the center of. They are called gate towns because they are built around a permanent gate or portal to one of the outer planes. Okay, if you guys remember correctly, key to the heart are basically ours. Morty didn't say anything about it? About the key to the heart? I mean, he's probably not interested to have sex with a statue. Construct. So if you guys remember the word sigil, sigil is a donut that spins on top of a edge, and that edge comes in like a funnel, like a mountain. The Outlands is that mountain that keeps going towards sigil, and these gate towns are somewhere around this mountain in different places, supposedly. Each of these outer planes has its own alignment. The Abyss is chaotic and evil, Bator is woeful and evil, Mechanus is woeful neutral, Mount Celestia is woeful and good. The Outlands again are true neutral, leaning to neither woe or chaos. Wait, it's not exactly as I explained. So everything in the Outlands is neutral, but also you can get to the outer planes, like the Abyss, from the Outlands, supposedly. Sliding occurs when there is a high concentration of belief in an area of different belief. When this occurs, the area itself will move or slide to a plane that matches the new belief. Now, the gate towns usually have a strong belief that matches the outer planes beyond the portal, but the belief is not yet strong enough for the town to slide from the out ones and into the outer planes. For example, the town of Ribcage borders the portal to the woeful evil plane of Bator. As expected, the residents of Ribcage are largely woeful evil residents, but the Tar Town's alignment and beliefs are not strong enough, so the Ribcage will slide into Bator. For example, Ribcage might one day see the sudden rise of a woeful evil order of clerics, promoting their dark beliefs and converting many citizens to worship or their woeful evil god. Were this to occur, there would be a good chance that the town would slide off the neutral Outlands, become part of the woeful evil plane of Bator. Whole layers of planes may move this way. Thus, many wars and wars of belief and faith by necessity. They are the tools by which territory is obtained and held. This then is the power of alignment and belief to shape the planes. This session has ended. May belief guide your actions and shape the planes to your will. Farewell. So, I wonder how this affects this city. Sigil. If Sigil is the point of true neutrality, how am I affecting it as a woeful good? There are probably not that many woeful good people here. And also supposedly belief has no power, and the gods have no power into Sigil at all because of the Queen of Pain. So maybe whatever I believe doesn't affect Sigil at all. But it starts affecting it the lower you go down the mountain away from Sigil. What is pretty neutral so far? Me or Sigil? Jumbo murder sins. This short balding man's orange tunic and rather sizable gut give him the look of a walking pumpkin. He is absent-mindedly patting his large pouch with a slow rhythm, as if a war drum. The man's odd crooked smile and a strange gleam in his eyes make him look a bit mad. Greetings. The man gives an exaggerated flourishing bow and presents a small card which reads only Jumbo Murder Sense. Zausitect, Xorcerer, Extraordinaire. He then snatches the card from your grasp and proceeds to cat it, grinning wildly all the while. Morte whispers. Somewhere, an asylum is one bar me short. I had some question. Oh, this is the guy we need to remove the curse from. Okay. Jumbo. Jumbo yawns and walk away drumming on his belly with the palms on his hands. Jumbo, my questions. Jumbo rolls his eye, he turns to you, smirks, then bites his thumb. Are you mute? Is that why you won't answer me? Jumbo cocks his head and gives you a stupid grin. Slowly he shrugs, then shuts his eyes and sticks his tongue out at you. I'll beat them out of you if I have to. No, I'm not gonna threaten him at the moment, but I'd like you to remove Rickwind's curse. Jumbo pretends not to hear you, instead belching loudly and resuming his belly drumming, his eyes wandering around the Festhall. Is there anything I can do so that you remove Rickwind's curse? Jumbo won't look at you, but shakes his head. Remove Rickwind's curse, Jumbo, before I'm forced to hurt you. Jumbo raises one eyebrow and takes a step back. He opens his mouth abruptly, and though his lips or throat don't move to shape any words or sound, a torrent of incomprehensible babbling begins to pour forth. What the?
Dated my journal.
Jumbo shuts his mouth. The babbling ceases. He pierces you though through narrow eyes, a self-satisfied smile on his pudgy face. Suddenly you hiccup. And hiccup, and hiccup, and hiccup again. Jumbo, murder sense, merely turns his head and waves you away. So he cursed me as well, this son of a gun? Looks like you just got a curse thrown down on you, chief. What have you done to me, Jumbo? Jumbo ignores the entire. I guess I'll attack him.
Done.
He already cursed someone and me. It's time for this unrighteous person to die. There we go. I'm hiccuping.
Done.
I hear you. I will hear you. Balance in all things.
All right.
This is gonna annoy us the entire game now. Does it say in my character shit about this? Doesn't seem like it. Currently affected by nothing. Thief in training. Person is trying to remove items from the pockets of a stuffed mannequin, which is suspended from a frame that hung with various bells and chimes. Each time the person touches the mannequin, too forcefully it jingles loud. What was that sound? Death's advocate. And treacheries of lies and lying, knowing a life without. Plane is built. It is the goal of all petitioners to accomplish. Shall cast away the tattered cloak of this life, and treacheries of lies and lying, knowing a life without. Sounds like a dustman in Joel. Sigillians, welcome! Please take your seats and listen to the darks of which I speak. Perhaps give me a break. We're really not going to listen to this riddle trap, are we? Come on, let's go find some sensei chits that have never had the pleasurous sensation of tasting the fiery passion of a skull's lips. He waggles eyebrows in anticipation. Quiet, Morty. We're staying for a while. He begins speaking with a somber tone. Death is that awaits you at the end of life journey? Death is not an end, but a beginning. Beginning of more suffering. Morte, quiet down. For when you die, you shall not cease to exist, no, far from it. The outer plane shall welcome you to their breasts. There, a new life, one such as you have never known, awaits you there. That's for sure. Morte, be quiet. You shall cast away the dark walk of this life and become one of the faithful, a petitioner. As a petitioner on this outer plane, your life journey shall truly begin. If you have been a goodly sort of gentleman, steadfast in charity and goodwill toward your fellow bloods, perhaps the light-blanketed slopes of Mount Celestia shall house you when you die. Your spirit shall pass on to the place, dwelling as a petitioner in the beauty of golden mornings, soft sunlight that caresses, and eternal boredom. Please, Morty, be quiet. Perhaps you lived your life to betray others and get ahead, giving lies instead of truths, backstabbing others all to accomplish your own goals. Cold-blooded carcery, the plane where all turncoats fall when they pass on, shall be the cage that imprisons you. As a petitioner on this plane, you shall live a life of treachery and treacheries, or lies and lying, knowing life without trust. Looks like we know where we both are going to end up when we die. Stop talking, Mort. He hunches over, his eyes dart back and forth. And perhaps you have lived a life of a bloodthirsty evil, contemptuous of your fellow men, laying other woe and doing so as you please without a care for who or what you hurt. Then it is perhaps one of the warplanes, Bator or the chaotic swirling layers of the abyss that shall welcome you. Evil to the core are the spirits that come to this plane, and more are doomed to mindless cruelty and suffering or servitude in the dreaded Blood War. And that's if you're lucky. That's enough, more. No matter where you go, know this, you shall be embarking on a new life, my Sigillians. And that's supposed to be an incentive? We get to do this all again? Can't wait to be a floating skull all over again. We pack him. What a tart. Spoken just like someone who hasn't died before, huh? Come on, Morte, quiet. You shall be able to start anew without the burden of memory or your past life. Your sole goal, if you will, he smiles at his own humor, is to merge with this new plane that you are on, becoming one with the ideals and the very substance of the plane itself. You shall be one of the inhabitants, the petitioners on this plane, or ideally, one of the building blocks upon which the plane is built. It is the goal of all petitioners to accomplish this goal. You, he claps his hands together for emphasis, must hold to your ideals. This one. Big steaming world. Morte, quiet down. Your ideals, good or evil, lower chaos, or somewhere in between. As you approach the alignment of the plane, your journey will end. As you become part of the plane itself, this a glorious existence, my Sigillians. And that is what awaits you after death, my audience. Have a care as to how to live your life, but know that it is not oblivion that awaits you after this life. What wash? The speaker's head turns to face Morte, frowning slightly. He leans out, trying to see who spoke. A question? A question from one of the living, perhaps? Morte ducks below the lecturer's field of view, then turns to you and whispers, Go ahead, Chief. Tell him the dark of it. Yes, I have a question. He indicates for your continue. Can a petitioner die? Celestia was a game. Oh, really? I haven't seen that game before. What is it about? He looks slightly uncomfortable with this. Well, yes. How? He looks a little more uncomfortable. Well, through any the normal means, really. Great. Another death. Sign me up. There is a laughter from the audience. The speaker holds angry. What happens when they die? He looks a little more uncomfortable. Well, you merge with the plane. What if the petitioner dies on a plane other than their home plane? He looks uncomfortable. Well, that is the end of life. There, but no petitioner wants to leave their home plane, friend. He looks around, realizing he's in a trap. To do so would be oblivion, should they die really. What if someone can die? Ha! Nonsense! Everyone dies, friend. Even gods die. I can die. Oh, truly? Look, everyone, a rare treat. One of the great immortals has graced us with his presence. Greetings, O immortal. Dionys. Bro, I don't want to keep discombobulating myself, man. But I guess it's for the truth. I can prove it. Oh, do! There is more laughter from the audience. What sport? Take heed, my audience. I think we shall have a rare display of my lecture today. Come up here, O immortal, and we shall see who is right and who is dead. Kill yourself, then get back up. The speaker turns wide at this, taking a step back. By the powers! I think it's only fair that you prove your point now. No, I don't want him to do that. Eh? The audience watches in morbid fascination. Well now. No, I don't want to say that, man. Go and die here now. Prove your words to be true. Embrace your life as a petitioner. He gulps. Now, I must confess that I'm not quite ready to depart this life. Just yet. So this great new life on the outer planes may not be all it's supposed to be. The speaker is aware of his hypocrisy, but is afraid of the alternative. Perhaps not, eh? He glances at the audience. Eh, well, certainly not now. Huh. The Dustman said that this life is where we end up when we die. The speaker chuckles derisively. Some members of the audience chuckle as well. There are countless petitioners, my friend, Dustmen among them, who will disagree with Dustman philosophy. Alright, no other questions. He looks eager to wrap things up then. Then I shall end this session. I shall continue the lecture here at the hall. Tell all of your friends. Mage in training. They be blasting. Rusted iron plate bolted on the wall is spilted, corroded, cracked, melted, and scorched in various places. Staring intently at the metal panel mounted on the chamber's wall, after a moment of fierce concentration, they wave their hands about and utter a string of impressive sounding arcane syllables. All to no effect. Nonetheless, they continue to practice diligently, far too involved with their work to speak to you. They are miscasting. And let's check this door.
All right.
Festhall room clerk. Oh, maybe we can have a rest here. The attractive young woman smiles pleasantly. Greetings, sir. She closes her eyes and lips through a large ledger, stopping of what seems to be a random page and opening her eyes once more. Ah, here's your room key. She hands you a small key. The easternmost chamber's been waiting quite some time for your return. Would you like to rest now, sir? Yes. But what do you mean waiting for my return? The clerk gives you a strange look. My ledger indicates that it is your key, sir, and has been for a good long time. If that is not so, then perhaps I'm merely mistaken. Would you like to rest now, sir? Yes. So is that my room specifically? Or is it that someone else's room? She said the easternmost room. Your old chamber. Opa. Anything interesting in my old room? Ooh. Spells.
It is I, your will be
Dakon, you can take some of these. Pacify. 40-second duration. Violence is not always the best solution. This spell seeks to quell the boiling blood and anger and malice through peaceful means. Sounds like a spell that I should learn instantly. As per the name, the spells will magically pacify creatures or lessen the area of effect. This affects all type of creatures except for undead. When cast, creature must immediately make a saving throw. If they fail, they stop all activities that require any exertion, including arguments, combat, etc. From here, the affected creatures will fall into a deep slumber. The affected creature will remain in this state for the duration of the spell if left unharmed. If attacked, they automatically gain a new saving throw. Scroll a shield. Magical or protective energy arises and protects the recipient from attacks from all directions. 3 AC against all attacks and +1 to saving throws. Scroll of friends. One's charm, one's beauty, and one's charisma is oftentimes the key to gaining the trust of strangers. When cast, the caster temporarily gains charisma, which could be helpful in making new friends or opening new paths. No, I like to be honest making new friends. Or they have this, blindness.
Your path is mine.
We could potentially sell these scrolls though. We are low on cash. Yeah. Copy the spell. Inventory is quite full though. Yeah. Embalming fluid, some needle. Only usable by Nameless One and Mort.
What's up? Sure, why not?
Your will be done.
Bone Charm, Corpse Fly, Charcoal Charm, Not Charm, Cockroach Charm, Thrice Blind Charm. What are things I could just sell, potentially. This is a very... Cockroach Charm is very strong and expensive item. We should keep it for tight situations. Bone Charm is also pretty good. Charcoal Charm... We have plenty of those. Corpse Fly Charm. Swarm Curse. Prevents people from casting spells. Reducing combat ability drastically. Blindness Charm. Alright. Door is locked.
All right.
Do we have a key in the Nameless One for this door?
Done.
Can we unlock this door with skill? Succeeded. Opa.
Your path is mine.
Scroll of Fire and Ice. Level 5. 30 feet radius globe. That sounds humongous. What the fuck? A red sphere of fire and a blue sphere of ice shall streak forth and quickly strike down the target of your choosing. This spell summons 2 crystal spheres, one red, one blue, that strike a specific target. Upon impact, the red sphere explodes into fireball 30 radius that inflicts 3 to 18 damage of fire upon... Oh! While the blue sphere explodes for the same but cold. A successful select towards the spell has the damage. It doesn't have a lot of damage, but the total damage is pretty good. Damn deal. And Dodecahedron. This heavy dodecahedron about the size of body or fist, both together seem inexplicably familiar to you. Its texture is cold and smooth, but whatever it's metal or stone, you cannot tell. A certain almost intangible tension runs over the object, as if they were ready to spring into the air at any moment. Sounds like a dice or something. What the fuck is that? Wait, where did that item go? Did I pick it up?
I'm gone.
Yeah.
Your will be done.
I'm gone.
We can use it. This heavy dodecahedron about the size of both your fists. Uh-huh. You cannot tell. Seems like its texture is cold and smooth, and whatever it's made of stone. A certain almost intangible tension runs over the objects as they were ready to spring. Examine. Upon closer examination, you realize that each side of the thingy is a plate that can be twisted clockwise or counterclockwise. It appears to be a puzzle box or a combination lock. As each of the pentagonal plates have 5 possible positions, the dodecahedron has no less than 244,140,625 settings. It will take every second of the next 77 odd years to hit all the combinations. But then, you might just get lucky and stumble onto a solution in minutes. Fiddle it for a bit. As you methodically twist the cold grey facets of the dodecahedron, a strange sensation forms at the base of your skull. Your hands seem to move of their own accord, turning the object and spinning its facets with mechanical precision. You've done this before. You know the combinations once, and you also become aware that there is a certain danger within the object. Whether it's from simple traps or something less mundane, you cannot recall. In moments, you have what might be the first 4 sides walked into their proper places. As you begin to twist the 5th side of the thing, you recall a cunning blade trap that would snap out to lash at the meddler's hands, slashing their wrists and severing fingers. You avoid the trap with the proper number of rotations, certain that you've made progress in the unraveling the object's secret. I must be confident with my recalling. Keep going. After avoiding the springing blades, you slowly puzzle out the next series of facet positions. As you start to turn the 9th side of the thingy, jets of toxic gas burn a billowing cloud of corrosive vapor into your face. Half blind, dizzy, and vomiting painfully, you a bit too late remember how to avoid that trap as well. You circumvent the poisonous gas trap and begin your work on the final facet position. Just as you're walking the 12th pentagon into place, sorcerer runes hidden within the dodecahedron unleash a tiny storm of magical lightning. Arcs of crackling blue light run up your arms, leaving smoking trails of black growing flesh in their wake. After allowing your muscles to cease their spasms and picking yourself back up, you recall how to avoid the trap. After making a final adjustment to the 12th facet, the dodecahedron clicks and begins to open in your hands. It splits once, twice, and eventually unfolds itself impulsively into a perfectly rectangular tablet, the size of a large book. Etched into the surface are a series of bizarre symbols. It looks to be a code or language that you feel should be familiar to you, but it's not. Further examination of the tablet reveals that by twisting the pentagonal facets that are now upon the underside of the tablet, different pages may be displayed across the tablet's face. You finally realize that the thingy is a tome or a journal of some sort. Until I learn to read this language, I might as well just put it away.
Updated my journal.
It seems that I've updated my journal with my journal. Damn. I was able to open the trap. I found it appears to be some sort of tome or journal. I cannot decipher the strange language written. Perhaps there is a scholar or linguist in the Festhall. Probably the same guy we're gonna ask about the witch. You can see a small enclosed patio through the tense glass door. Could this be a secret door? Check for traps.
Done.
Yeah, big gentleman music. We're also cursed with the hiccups. 300 copper, nice.
Done.
Probably don't want to go into the other rooms, because this is my room. I'm not gonna steal from anyone else. Actually, I would like to see if there is anyone we could talk to. Only. Can we enter? Sensates. No. Yeah, very big bets there. Knock knock. Nope. See how much wood we are leaving because we are playing a righteous playthrough. Wait, what? Unfulfilled desire just came out of this room. Opa! The woman before you is incredibly attractive. There is some intangible aura about her that makes you want to speak to her. As you step up to her, she glances at you coyly, then she gives a knowing smile. Greetings. You want something, yes? She hisses the yes, drawing it out slowly, sensually from between her teeth. I can help. Name your desire, and I shall provide it. I love the Festhall! The woman ignores Morty, her eyes walk with yours. She smiles, awaiting your response. I want you, I want weapons of power, magical items, magical spells. I want knowledge. I want my memories returned. She smiles. Much may be forgotten in a lifetime, and much more in several lifetimes. I can help you. She studies your face close. Explain to me the ways in which you want these memories. Speak to me your craving, and I shall speak to you of the price. What proof do you have that you could return them to me? She doesn't seem to move, but suddenly her hand is touching your forehead. A linger dragging along your temple. Only this. You feel as if the fog in your head has been peeled away, briefly enough to catch a glimpse of remembrance. But before you can focus on the memory, the fog rolls back. Only this. Only tell me why you desire it. Speak to me your craving. I want them back. Is that not enough? Her smile hardens. You must give your desire voice and emotion, or this does dust to me. You must convince me that you truly desire what I can impart, or it shall not be yours. Describe the way in which you want your memories back. As you speak, her smile fades and she leans towards attentively, her eyes ravaging your features as you speak. Her presence compels you to speak more than you normally would, and after a few moments her eyes flutter closer. She gives a sharp intake of breath. Suddenly the desire for your memories begins to wane. You want slowly drains out of you, leaving only a cold emptiness in its wake. She opens her eyes again as you stop speaking. What is wrong, traveler? Do you no longer want your memories returned to you? No, I mean yes. What have you done to me? She seems perplexed. Whatever do you mean? Despite her innocent demeanor, you're certain something unnatural has occurred. She has somehow siphoned off some part of your desire, storing it away for some ghastly collection of wants, or perhaps to feed upon. Had you finished speaking of your desire, you're certain it would have been lost forever to you. Come now, is there something else you want? Then tell me of it. This sounds like a succubus. Especially because she hissed. You see unfulfilled desire who seems to collect or feed upon the desires of others, removing them forever from their minds. She smiles when she sees you. She frowns, looking away from you for a moment. Knowledge, such a thing I do not seek to deal in. Surely we have some other want, some other need you can speak out of me. Damn. This woman almost fucked me in a non-pleasant way by screwing up my memories. Civic Festhall.
Done.
Uh-huh. But how do I get to the guy that I was looking for? Did we talk to him? Wait, what was the guy that I had to talk to? He said middle and middle. Splinter, tell me again. Oh, this Jumbo murders and curse me. Could you or anyone know to help me?
Updated my journal.
Would recommend that you speak to one as Sawabesh. If he is not within the Festhall at the moment, he will be in the immediate vicinity. Sawabesh is Torment, dressed in robes of black and crimson. I think that's the guy outside. Is there a linguist or scholar who could help me with the language in this dodecahedron? We know of one such man who might help you. Finab. Where can I find him? Finab is currently not lecturing here, so your best chance to find him would be at his home. Walk south of the Festhall entrance between Ivana's Galleria and the Apothecary. You will see it to your right, a small 5-sided home west of the Curiosity Shop. Wait, what is the guy that I had to find here? Jomi? Did she tell me when? No. This guy told me that I should find someone here. Evo pozvao. Speak to Quell. Wait, Quell? Where is this guy? Kuisai. I haven't seen the Quell here. He's within the Festhall. Can anyone else direct me to this Quell? I haven't found this guy's head. Can you show me the sensoriums? There are two. The public sensorium, where visitors may use the sensory stones for any between 10 and 50 commons, and the private sensorium, where only members of the Society and Sensation are allowed. You can reach neither of them yourself. We must take you there. Take me to the public sensorium then. Aha.
All right.
Actually? Let me return in. See if the guy is outside for the hiccups. Sawabesh! You're a master of curses, perhaps you could help me. Help you? Doubtful. Before you can respond, he signs, shaking his head. Well, perhaps I could. What troubles you then? Jumbo murder sense, curse me. Jumbo murder sense? Ha! That sputtering mooncalf could never best me. Oh, the battles we used to have though. Sawabesh frowns. But I am past all that now. No longer my sort of thing, you see. I really don't know what I could do for you after all. It's his curse, not the sort you find an item or some such. You know that you could remove with simple magics? You have to remove it, and willingly. But he's dead. Well,
All right.
we have to go with the consequences of our actions then.
All right. I'm gone.
Curses should be able to be removed, man. There is a remove curse thingy. Come on, bro. This is an unusual bush purple stone. It's securely fastened on the pedestal. The resto. Sensei guide. This man's gentle voice complements his calm and refined demeanor. Greetings! Are you here to use one of the sensory stones? Yes, I am. There are currently more than a dozen standard sensations available, as well as 6 more extravagant experiences. The use of a standard stone is 10 copper commons. The more involved one will cost 150 corpus. Would you care to hear of the standard or extravagant sensations? The standard. Will one of these suit you? Unavoidable pain, tender love, mind-numbing tedium, sheer wonder, consuming impatience, tired surrender, supernatural lust. What about the other? Psychosis, festering jealousy, bitter warning, pure glee, frightened exhilaration, grim determination, complete bafflement. What about the extravagant ones? Horrible regret, shocking rise to seething vengefulness, slowly downing horror, indescribable frustration, a vastly important secret. Lycanthrope. Let's try with a vastly important secret. Excellent. The stone you shall want to use is one of the larger chambers. 2 rooms counterclockwise from the stairwell. It is violet in color. Counterclockwise 2 room from the stair. Stair, 2 rooms. This one. Yeah, maybe the curse is gonna pass if I die.
Done.
The violet stone is in the clearly directed you towards. Within it lies the experience of a vastly important secret. 6 Imperial servants rush ahead of you, swinging the golden doors of the Dragon Palace wide. Long live the Empress! They cry in unison. 1,000 years! Long live the Empress! 1,000 years! Beyond the threshold, dozens of war warlords, kings in their own right, drop off their knees, touching their heads to the floor in deference as you pass them en route to the Grand Imperial Throne. As you turn and face your minions, skating yourself upon the Imperial Throne, you allow a small, satisfied smile to creep across your carefully painted lips. There is but one thought in the forefront of your mind. That the body of the young Empress, Wutsun Sha, lies broken at the bottom of the Well of Solitude, and that you, Bai Hua, a horse merchant's daughter, are at last poised to shake the empire and corrupt Wu dynasty to its very foundation. The experience seems to have stirred some long-forgotten, vaguely similar memory in your own mind. You feel as if you've gained something from using the sensory stone. Probably experience.
Done.
All these are pretty cheap. I guess we're gonna do them. Lycanthrope. 1 room counterclockwise. Suddenly aware that the hour has almost come. You leap from your bed and run flying from your cottage and into the surrounding woods. Stumbling in the dark, you come to a small moonlit clearing, the one you had found last week and decide to use tonight. You hastily strip off your clothes and sit in the warm grass and wait. You close your eyes listening to the steady chirp of crickets, the throaty croaking of bullfrogs in the nearby creek, and the rustle of the grass as the wind caresses you. What would someone think seeing this through your eyes, experiencing this moment and what was next to come? Soon you would travel to the city, find a cleric to rid you of the curse. But for now, may as well make the best of things. You rub your hands together with anticipation, grinning like a bearded, far-haired giant of a madman, sitting naked and alone in the forest, clearing in the dead of night. A pricking sensation runs across your skin and your senses sharpen dramatically. You breathe in through your nose, inhale the scent of everything around you, the damper, the sweat on your cast-off clothes, the opossum clinging fearfully to the tree behind you. You open your eyes and look down on your forearms. The faint moonlight reveals the slightest quivering across their surface, but in moments the flesh begins to ripple impulsively. Tufts of thick brown fur sprout forth, with a grisly cracking sound, like popping joints and grinding bones. Your back, shoulders begin to hunch and broaden, uncomfortably, but not quite painful. Your muscles, your entire body mass doubles, triples in size and continue to grow. Still fascinated by the transformation yourself, you watch as your fingers wither away to nothing, hands swelling into many paws from which burst forth and massive black quills. The night seems to become brighter as your eyes transform, become accustomed to the darkness. A wide muzzle comes into view, and you touch your wet, snuffling nose delicately, chuckling to yourself. Next time you think you have to stare into a mirror or pond as the curse takes effect, watch your face warp and change, losing its familiar shape to become a bear's. Soon it becomes difficult to concentrate upon anything but your more basic urges. Food would be good right now. Yes, food. Perhaps you'll get lucky and find a nice fat catfish in the creek. You rise off your massive haunches with a huff and begin to amble through the trees on all fours, heading for the water's edge. I don't think I want to experience the rest. I have, after all, become not a sensei.
I'm gone.
What about the private sensorium?
I'm gone.
Can we find anyone important in here? Well, aha. This older man is chewing on something, muttering softly to himself. After a moment, there is a crack as he crunches down on the object in his mouth, then swallows it. His bushy, brassy white eyebrows furrow for a moment, rise and then furrow again. Without so much as looking at you, the man reaches into his tunic, pulls out a ounce-covered bowl, regards it curiously for a moment, then pops it into his mouth. I said greetings. The man frowns and waves you away, then nods to himself thoughtfully as he savors the flavor of whatever he put into his mouth. I've got some questions. The man smirks, bites his thumb at you, then abruptly pauses. It's the same like the curse guy. His cheeks swell, and with a violent gag, he spits up a large black fly, which begins to buzz around the chamber. Minorizion? Can this be them? Shaking his fist at the insect, he whirls on you. Whoa! I had questions about you. He pops a small red candy into his mouth. Do you always traipse about molesting poison mages with your ignorant prattle? Babbling, blathering, chittering, chattering? The candy shoots from his mouth on, chattering, flying in a high arc to land on the floor with a wet plip. He stares at it sadly. I'm sorry about your candy. It was so tasty too. He suddenly wakes up snarling. Sorry, as you should be. You piking dung beetle. Mages deserve respect, and bashers like you should know their proper place. He begins to jump up and down. Proper place? Proper place? Calm down, only mean to ask you some questions. I care not, you yeasty, beef-witted pignut. His eyes bulge out, he jabs his finger at you. Now off with you! Off with you! And do not return without being prepared to show the proper respect. Come bearing tribute, a gift. He suddenly draws close and whispers from the side of his mouth. Candies or chocolate would be nice, but nothing common, mind you. Bring something exotic. Now, begin. Actually, I do have something chocolate in my backpack. A chocolate method. I've got this imported chocolate. I could give it to you as a gift. Oh? His demeanor changed in an instant. Very kind of you, very gentlemanly. May I see? Show him the chocolate quasit. He takes it from your hands. Oh, quite rare. These are the most delectable. Delectable. He bites off a large piece and tucks what's left into his tunic. Delectable, what does that mean? Like like a delicacy?
Delectable.
Delicious. Attractive. He frowns at you, licking at the last of the chocolate of his fingers. Who told you to bother me with inane questions? He stares at you accusingly. Come now, what is it that you wish to bother me with, or begin? He fishes a mouth ball from his sleeve and eats it. Who are you? I am Quell. He holds up his hand imperiously as if to stop you from introducing yourself. And don't bother to introduce yourself. You must be most insolent, annoying pest this side of Sigil that I've heard so much about. A true pleasure to meet you. And thank the powers it couldn't have waited until you had curled up and died, thereby sparing me the pain of being forced to banter words with you. I would gladly trade my formidable sorcerer powers for but a minor enchantment that would pierce your thick skull and introduce at least the idea of manners. Manners? What about the chocolate I brought you? He opens his mouth to speak, finger raised, and stops. You have me there, sir. He shrugs and eats another candy. As I thought, I had some other questions. His eyes roll his eyes in deciding for you to continue with a wave of his hand. Indicate. May I have some candy? A candy? And once more for good measure, a candy? What, pray tell, makes you think I'd give a candy to a shirtless, impertinent pompion such as yourself, He taps his full arms crossed, awaiting your answer. Would you sell something? Now that I might, but I would warn you, I sell no ordinary candies, but chocolates of power. He drowns his last word out, rubbing his hands together greedily. Chocolates of power? He nods. Indeed, they are not cheap, mind you, so you should find yourself short of drink. I suggest you drop the subject immediately. Would you like to see what I have to offer? He cocks his head, looking at you slyly. Yes.
Updated my journal.
Can I sell you something first, though? No scrolls, nothing. Aye. Blessed candy. This piece of delicious milk chocolate has its creamy caramel center blessed by a powerful priest of an unnamed power of good. Eating it will confer this blessing upon the devourer. Invokes bless. Holy candy. Protection from evil. This piece of sweet dark chocolate has its crunchy praline-filled center prayed over by the Aeolian, an order of wise, mystical monks from the prime world of Irm. Mechanus candy. Cold lightning. This piece of hard candy is shaped like a small gira coke. It is chocolate flavored with a slight metallic aftertaste. Placed in the mouth, it tingles slightly as small crackers exist play over it. If the conditions are right, lightning has been known to issue from or strike the eater of such candy. Huh? Why would I want to strike myself with it? Crunchy candy. This piece of chocolate is coated with a crisp, sugary shell. Eating it temporarily causes the devourer with magical crisp, crunchy coating of it all. Frosty mint candy. Small round bit makes the devourer's breath so winter cool and frosty, minty fresh that their charisma is increased considerably for a period. Quivering candy. This heavy chunk of solid chocolate quakes and trembles in their hands. When consumed, the devourer's muscle ripple with similarly powerful spasm, increasing the strength. Minaorigian chocolate. Eating this moldering bitter piece of chocolate will result in the devourer vomiting forth great crowds of angry insects. Wacky candy. This moon-shaped piece of chocolate is filled with tasty marshmallow cream. Increases the devourer's work. Stinky chocolate. This foul-smelling oozing bit of chocolate will cause either to breathe out great gouts of toxic fumes. So it seems like if you're not a mage, you can still cast spells by buying chocolates. Oi! Don't get away from me. I had some other questions. Quell glances around him as you approach. Blast! Nowhere to hide. Well, out with it. What do you wish for me now, What can you tell me about this place? You stand with it deceiving Festhall and it is exclusive. So very exclusive until you, Shambodin, private sensorium. Speak to the man of the Festhall's foyer, Splinter, should you have any more fatuous questions about the place. What do you know of Ravel Pozovo? At the mention of her name, he swallows the candy he's sucking on with a loud gulp, wincing in pain. What to tell? Why to tell at all? Such things, such tales are best left in dusty books and in the attics of old men's minds. Evil, evil, such a name, and such dark tales swarm about it, like flies on a corpse. Just the same, I need you to tell me. He rolls his eyes, plopping another candy into his mouth. She's a night hag, my boy, who came to Sigil, all evil and cackles. She was alive with her shadow magic, ready to build heads with the Lady of Pain. Barmy, old hag. Only succeeding in getting herself mazed, she's likely dead by now. Shadow magic? Yes. He seems uneasy about speaking of her. Ravel dabbled, no, not dabbled, but excelled in all school of magic. She knew shadow magics, magic of illusion, and shadow substance. Shadow's residue of dead things. How may I find her? Why would you ask such a thing? Are you mad? Would you could possibly want with such an evil creature? She knows something about my past. Doubtful? She was mazed many centuries ago. Gone? Pen in the dead book she is. And even if she were someday, somehow, still clutching to life with her blackened body talons, what could she possibly know about you? If she wasn't the spitting image of cackling evil, that is, and was even willing to help you? I'll just have to hope she's alive and will help me. By lashes 6 steeds and her swollen tummy, what a flickering candle of hope, hurled into the howling winds of pandemonium, that is. Flicker, flicker, whoosh! Don't be any more the fool that you need to be. I must still seek her out, whether she's dead or alive. So if she's dead, as she most likely is, then what is your plan, may I ask? You have everything all figured out, do you? Quell is just bowling words out of his pits. Nonsense, nothing. What do you plan to do if she's in the dead book, eh? I don't know, I figured something out. My, that's the best plan I've ever heard. Pure blinding white genius of an idea. No idea how to get into the maze. No idea how to get out. No idea what to do if she's dead. Certainly no idea what to do if she's alive. I might as well be talking to a lemur for all the barmy foolishness you're sprouting out. Can you tell me how to get to her maze? Lunatic! Madman! Adult cove! Have you not listened to a word I've said? She's imprisoned in an interdimensional maze for trying to best the Lady of Pain. That means she's at least 10 times as barmy as you, and at least 100 times more powerful. She's also most likely dead, thrice dead, and if by some happenstance she isn't, she'll make you dead. I understand, but I really need your help. Can you tell me how to reach her, or not? Quell goes quiet, chewing on his lip. After a moment, he fishes around in his tunic for a mint, then plops it into his mouth. You're serious? Serious now? Why so serious? So Bator bent? So Mew stubborn? Well, born clueless, die clueless. Ah, so he's speaking like the Joker now. Why so serious? Yes.
Updated my journal.
Oh, mazes have portals this much. I know to be true. A way in, a way out. This is how the lady fashions them. I do not know the portal, its location or even its form, but I am told its key is a piece of Ravel. A piece of Ravel? But if Ravel is mazed, then how am I supposed to? Then you have to make do. Find something that has Ravel stain in it, mayhap. That is all I know. Oh, bother me no more about it. If you want to go pestering someone about something like that, go to the brothel of slading intellectual was. One of the ladies there is bound to have met someone or know someone. That'll help. Something. Thanks.
Updated my journal.
He rolls his eyes. What about removing curses, my good sir? He doesn't know any of that. Ah, yeah. So we know it's... we know that if we want her to talk to her, we need to first satisfy the middleman. And the middleman wants a potion to forget. That means we need to go to the apothecary right here. We need to keep... Oh! Why are these Harmonian officers attacking me? Hey? Have I done something wrong? I mean, I did kill a guy, but... He was unrighteous! I have to defend myself. I have no choice. Cast Axe of Torment. Let's see this in the spell summons a magical giant battle axe. Huh? What? Got a special animation. He saved, dude. That was pretty cool though, I gotta say. Sheesh. Am I back to neutral? I don't know, we shall see after I finish defending myself.
See that?
Alright then. How is the alignment working? Neutral! What? Dude!
All right.
Nah, this was self-defense. And I punished an unrighteous person that was putting curses on people.
All right.
Someone must have given them information that was not true. We must find this blackmailer. Okay, where is this potion of forgetting or infinite recall? No. Question. Wait, what? Half of the mount curls downward in a frown. He shakes his head. Work in the stockroom all day. I don't. He shudders violently. Suddenly, the third eye pops up in the bridge of his nose. The left one shifts sideways as the new one. I speak only of the store, sir. That said, the skin of the. But. You don't have the thing I'm looking for. Birdcage. That's somewhere around the tower. Night hang. Language of the puzzle box. Perhaps there's a scholar or linguist. I gotta go back into the Festhall about that as well. I forgot who might that be. Portal Q to rouse me. Curse. How is this quest not failed? If already... I guess fails cannot be failed, they're just not complete. He suggested water from the river Styx for the task. But I don't know where to find some. Okay, so back to the Festhall to look for a linguist. Can you click a sign? What is that? Quest list. I don't know what that even has to do. Complete. Ah, assign her the quest that I am on to at the moment. That's what it means.
Done.
I'd like to buy something from the Sensate vaults. Ah. Can we sell? Power Word Blind. Level 8 spell. These charms are way too expensive here. Remove curse! Oppa! Ah, but that's only for item. Eh, man. Wait, don't I have us on the major remove curse spell? I think remove curse might be a pre-spell as well.
Alright.
Who's the linguist, man? This guy told me once, but I forgot. Questions? Is there a linguist? Phenom. Where will I find him? Oh, south of the Festhall and between Ivana, west of the Curiosity Shop. Okay. Phenom the linguist home.
Done.
Oh, I remember him. I went there once, but I couldn't do anything. 2 days ago. Greetings, officer. Nice to see that you're not attacking me without cause. Phenom glances your way, frowning. Chosen to grace my home once more, have you? What is your wish? I would have you know that I am a scholar and a linguist, sir. While I shall happily entertain, unfold the dodecahedron to a page with writing on it and ask if he can translate it. He takes a unfolded dodecahedron in his hands and examines it closely. This language is a one-dead one, known to virtually no one. I believe my father, a linguist like myself, knew this language and may well have been the only man in Sigil at the time that could understand it. I recognize it from his notes, but I cannot translate it. Do you have those notes still? Phenom shakes his head. They will be of no use to you if you are looking to translate anything. And the few actual books he had pertaining to the language disappeared around the time of his murder, I believe. I'd very much like to see them just the same. Phenom gives an annoyed sign. I'm not certain where they are just now, and I'm looking for something else at the moment. My research journal. Perhaps when I've recorded, if I could spare the time to find those notes for you. If I find it for you, then. Where did you last have it?
Updated my journal.
Eh, well, I'm not certain. It might be at the... Well, perhaps it somehow found its way into the brothel of slaving intellectualists. But how that could have come to pass, I do not know. Aha. So you had some lovey-dovey time and you don't want to say that you have been dirty. You had said your father was murdered. Strangled he was. He had left to the tutor someone he had taught various languages to supplement his richer income and was discounted dead in a side chamber of the civic Festhall. The killer was never found. This was some or perhaps 50 years ago. Now I was but a child. He knew the language though and could teach it. Surely he did and could. Were he alive today, my father was said to be a great teacher. I have his skill with language, but not his patience for others, sadly. Is he interred at the mortuary?
Updated my journal.
Why no, his ashes are kept here. He points to a bronze urn sitting atop a cabinet besides a bouquet of purple flowers. Why? A wry smile crosses Phenom's lips. A necroscope, are you? Speak with the dead? He suddenly frowns. I have no wish to speak of these things any longer. You have to excuse me, sir. Farewell. Alright. We're not gonna use unrighteous necromancy to get to the truth. If he doesn't want. Back to the brodo then.
How may I help you?
I came looking for help. Can you tell me Ravel, Blood War? Probably doesn't want to join me yet. Lost my memories, never mind. Who might have his book? We're gonna have to ask all the girls, I guess. Haven't done with the middleman. Maybe the wardrobe has a book inside of it. No. Juliet? She was a spicy woman. I wasn't happy talking to her. What can you tell me about a silent prostitute? No, no. Echo cannot talk to me yet. Vivian. Maybe it's actually no one knows and is actually in one of these cabinets that I need to check, which would be not ideal. I would prefer to ask. Oh, there's some staircase there. I didn't notice that before. Marissa. Limbs, no. KSI series. Nope. Bro, who did you spend time with, man? Don't tell me it's the adult tongue. Teach Morty here to be more abusive, we don't need that. Have you spoken to your mother lately, Ives? Oh, we went to the Galleria. Let's tell her about it. Ives is not smiling. I have, thank you. Ah yeah, her mom said she's gonna come speak to her. Nothing. The only girl I haven't spoke to is Betty. There she is. Nini Nine Eyes, actually, not Betty. No one knows about his book. I guess I have to scour it through. Phenom's book. Ah, there it is.
I'm gone.
Guys, I didn't become neutral because of these guards. Became neutral because the city is the true neutral point in the universe, so eventually my alignment is gonna shift towards neutrality by itself. It's like a natural cycle of how this place works. Is this the book right here?
Updated my journal.
That's what I experienced. Phenom's eyebrows are arch. Why, yes it is! He takes it from you, then begins to rummage through the pockets. Here we are, then, my father's notes. Square then, are we? Good. I have to look over my notes now. So if you just excuse me.
In knowing the teachings of Zerthamon, I have become stronger.
Opa! Spell memorization increased. You will get another level 3 spell slot. Level 2. Let's put Adwar Stonka. I haven't used it. No level 3 yet. We have a level 4 slot, but no level 4 spells. Blindness. Level 1. Let's check these notes then. Finn Adlie's notes. These are the notes of the deceased linguist Finn Adlie. They are composed of your research into the language of the Uyo. Yeah, we have level 5 because we learned it, but we cannot use it. Like, think about it like this, Dempo, man. You read about the spell, how it theoretically can work, but you're not powerful enough arcane practitioner to be able to summon the power to manifest the spell. DMD. These are the notes of the deceased linguist. They are composed of his research into the language of the Uyo, which seems remarkable, similar to the writing you found hidden in the Decadron puzzle box. Read over them carefully, see if it sparks a
Updated my
memory.
journal.
As you read over Finn and Lee's notes regarding the lost language of the Uyo, there is a throbbing sensation in your temples as a memory begins to surface, memories of this language. You recall letters, words, phrases, until, like a spar wind blowing away the blanket of poisonous smoke over the great foundry, the language is once more revealed to you in its entirety. You should be able to read the writing now. I can return your father's journal now if you want. No. Well, I'm just gonna throw it to you right here.
Done.
Unfold and read it.
Updated my journal.
The tablet turns out to be a journal of sorts, one kept by some prior incarnation of yourself, it would seem, and not an altogether sane one either. There are only a handful of completely coherent sections. Browse. Oh boy. Read about the whispering shadows. The whispers are not the shadows moving. They are speaking, floating, talking to each other. I can understand some of what they say. Read about a female ghost. The book tells me things, whisper things. It tells me to avoid the ghost girl. Avoid her. I don't know her, and she torments me. That's the girl that we found in the mortuary. We made her very unhappy and mad. Hiding something within your own body. And so I swallowed it, hoping it'd catch me in the bowels. I can make someone remove it when I need to. It's the ring. I already did that. Paranoid ranting. I have learned that my life is not my own. I will not allow you to have my life. You will have to pull my life from my broken body if you want it. It's you who will die if I cannot have it. Neither will you. You are responsible for this treason of flesh. You will not live to live my life. Accursed tattoos. The accursed tattoos will not leave my skin. I have tried to burn them off my skin. Felt. I try and quote myself, but I always feel that people are reading my flesh, reading my life like a book. Whenever they look at me, I want to tear their eyes out, plug them from their sockets and crush them beneath my heel. Dreams about Ravel. Why can I dream? I used the goblet of Semir to force a waking dream. I saw a hag. She tempted me, threatened me with shadows. I have never seen her, but she came when I dreamt. I must not dream again. I must always be aware. I destroyed the goblet. She says she is someone of power and that she will have me, will find me. Get away, hag. Stay far from me. Leave me in peace. I want nothing to do with you. Her voice reeked of evil talons. Talons like spiders. They burrowed into my grey matter and they needed her out of my mind. Out, hag. She was a myth, a fairy tale, who alone challenged the Lady of Pain. How can one fight someone who is a myth? I don't have the weapons. I need weapons that will kill her should she find me. I need a strategy so she cannot defeat me. When she comes for me, I must devise and think I shall beat her. Read about the danger of names. Fear names. Names have power and identity. Names can be used as weapons and by others. They are a hook that can be used to track you, find you, hunt you across the plains. Remain nameless and you shall be safe. Read about the killing in the Festhall. I went to the Festhall looking for the pad of my false self. In the halls. So glaring was it that those I did not know, the false ones, welcomed me into their confidence, treated me as a friend, allowed me my room, attended to my needs. I had to restrain myself from laughing out against them, lunching out against them. That would have been premature. First I needed to protect my identity. I found one who knew the exclusive language of the Uyu, learned it as I could, then killed him. Then I went to the sensorium and prepared to end the matter. Soon. Bro, I killed his dad. I need to tell him. I was the killer. What is this false self though? Read about the murder of the one who tried to help you. There is nothing he can do. Memories are gone, he says, never to return. He says lies and tells me this is what he told me. Lies. He saved my mind is weakening from every death. Lies. He sat there betraying my confidence with every turn. He says the only after 3 more deaths, 3 more lives, will I gain the benefit of keeping my memories, but that I myself, I will die. When I die, how can one be immortal and still die? He could not answer, so he was of no use. I butchered him so that no other incarnation will ever benefit from his uselessness. Seems like I was very unrighteous back in the day. Read a cryptic answer from an unknown source. So the ghastly heads said, you have been divided, you are one of many men. One in many men, you bear many names. Each has left their scars on your flesh. Lost one, immortal one, incarnation's end. Man 1,000 deaths. The one doomed to life, restless one of many. The one who life holds prisoner. The bringer of shadows, the wounded one. Misery bringer, Yemet. You are silvered glass that has cracked, the pieces scattered across history. Only one piece is of import. Regain that and your life will be yours again. There will be a price. The price will buy you a chance. Without a chance, you're doomed. You have lost that which is never meant to be separated from man. Your mortality has been stripped from you. Lost. It exists, but you must find it before your mind is lost to you as well. Read something about a legacy. Looking forward to this Deathwing 100 game thing. I bet, Toasted, I bet. Ay. And I'm pretty sure... No, it wasn't cause I mentioned it. No, he just simply wanted Deathwing. But I did mention that you made me play Deathwing back in the day. And he was like, I'll choose Deathwing then. A legacy, the node read. Forget not to collect your legacy. And a small code scratch beside. 5-1 AA. A trap. Set by another of my false selves. I'll see it destroyed, I will. Where is this legacy? I need to tell you I murdered your dad. I cannot tell him the truth. Damn.
I'm gone.
Well. Okay, what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna buy the thing that should probably help the alchemist, and hopefully that's gonna help
I'm gone.
from this woman. Let's see if we can do that. First I'm gonna throw some of these things. Green steel dagger we don't need. The leather apron. Probably don't need it anymore. Beer goggles. Immunity, but this is only for the Grimoire of Penitential Thoughts. Why is this so expensive? This black-bound tone seems to radiate a slight rotting smell and covers the unpleasant to touch. Like a curcuma fresh left out in a rusted buckle is the Grimoire of the arcane tome created ages ago for purposes unknown, the purpose of which is to teach mortals the nature of evil. Some sages against is used while others urge it. It is said to grant mighty magical powers when surfaces perform it. We're gonna sell this on the Righteous Tomes and be rid of it. Tome of Bone and Ash. Particular interest the section regarding guardians. Apparently the dustmen animate corpses of fallen giants to serve as guardians. The book is much too complex for you to absorb all at once, but it works if you could refer to certain sections when the need arises. I might want to keep that then. Sell all these things. Magus Guard, I'm gonna sell that, I don't need it. Okay. Now we're back on good money. But I'm not gonna buy any of these useful items that I can use. I'm gonna buy some of these militarization items. Exotic. Fiendstone, no. Metallic cube figurine, no. Walk to the other side. Baby O, Codex of Inconceivable, Elixir of Horrific Separation. This stuff was compounded by a scholar. A darker half side of her which took control. This potion was to have split the darker half away from her, creating two separate beings. I'll take it. 200 copper. Let's bring this now to the apothecary. I believe you could save them for quests. I don't know. Maybe I can, but I don't want to use this book on righteousness for any type of quest. If the guy that asked me about this book, I'll probably have to kill him. Because he is very unrighteous. I guess I could put it and store away in a church in a type of chamber or something, but I'll probably think that those guys will want to stay away from such temptations. I've got this elixir of horrific separation. Do you think that would help you? Both his eyes suddenly snap to the small ball in your hands. He nods, smacking his lips. Here you are then. Pesokun takes the bottle in both his hands and places it beneath his counter. His left eye focuses on you, while his right eye and hand concentrate on scribbling furiously on the countertop. We can use this to make something that'll fix us. Right on up. Now if you give us a moment, when we got all worked out, we'll make you some healing stuff for a reward. He turns to head back to the back of the shop. Are we actually gonna find two people though? This one goes here and this one goes there. Kion and Peso. Yeah, there it is. This man face closely resembles Peso Kion's thought. Without a crawling skin, the constant subtle mutations. Greetings again, the name's Kion. Hoping to get some healing concoctions. Did you talk to Peso yet? He's the one that handled it. Alright. Had some questions. Could I buy something? Peso. So nothing to do with this guy. Alright. Resembles Peso Kin though without a crawling skin. It is I, Peso. Can I do for you? He's hoping to get some healing. Yes, of course, your reward, let's see now. I'll manufacture them from you for nothing, of course, but I'll need the proper ingredients, An Oni's heart, or powdered hematite, or the hair of a deva, or a thread from a Asimon's rope, or the blood of a regenerating creature such as a troll. Actually, my wounds heal very quickly. Peso raises an eyebrow. Do they now? Well then, your own blood just might do. Here, give me a sample if you would. Ow. After drawing a small quantity of her blood, retreating to the back of the store, Peso returned with a number of what appeared to be hardened drops of blood, placed upon one's tongue. These cloth charms will heal existing wounds and aid in the prevention of new ones for a time. Thanks. Can't I just drain my blood to make healing for myself? You gotta teach me, bro. Ay, ay, ay. He doesn't seem to sell a potion of forgetting. Maybe a question? No. Lady a Pain Ragdoll, Festhall, Ronkin.
I will hear you.
All right.
So he gave me Quad Charm. The Wicker Heal.
I'm gone.
I'll take it. Alright, before I end,
All right.
I'm gonna ask this devil woman if she knows something about removing curses.
I'm gone.
What did you mean by calling Morten? No, tell me about this place. No, let's see. No. Okay, and next time, what is the plan for next time? No cage. No. 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 So the only clue I have is the tower, supposedly, and the underground here. Can I actually go into this said underground? Under sigil. Also, let me check if I can actually go anywhere around this tower.
Yeah, let's sample a little turtle eye.
So the guy that wants me to help for the dream thingy wants me to enter the tower that is in the previous zone. That you cannot enter into it. The siege tower.
I'm gone.
This thing. I have to somehow get inside.
Hi, what?
Done.
Anything that we can detect? No. Let's just position ourselves in under sigil then. I'm gonna keep my bones for now. Even though I might want to explore the other items as well.
Yeah, let's sample a little turtle eye.
Yeah, we did talk to the Turtle Slayer. He gave me a book of his dad. The book of his dad helped me open the cube. The cube told me about some memories I've written on.
Done.
Turns out I was the guy that killed his dad, but I couldn't tell him the truth. There was no option.
Done.
50 years ago. In my past life. Larva worm! Opa! Oh, this is my journal, the Doc Cake had on. Turns out.
See that?
And this worm's actually pretty overage.
Come on, I have become stronger.
Eh!
My blade
You leveled up again! His sword change.
I
312 slashing, plus 2 to armor class. Memorize additional 2 level 1 and an additional 1 plus stacker DMD. This sword is OP, man. Especially for the spell swords. get the spell, I guess. Level 2. Guess I'll take the last one. Didn't miss anything, I just went under ground.
What you be wanting?
And that's what we found. Some worms. Yeah, Morty taking a lot of damage. Opa. This guy do a lot of suction.
I overhear you.
What's the word?
Ballad, your path is mine.
See that?
Never waken from the dead in a place like this. All right.
Anything interesting in these cabinets? Adler Steer. Spell. Oh man. I am saving it here, boys. Octograph failed. I knew we couldn't have gone with the merge. Thankfully, they weren't done by any murkies. Ay, ay, ay. Why is your hero doing these sounds? I'm cursed. Cursed by curse monger. I killed him for that, and now I cannot remove the said curse. Because the only way I could have done that was begging him to remove it. We're forever cursed till the end of the game, then, man. I don't think we can find anyone to... Yeah, it can only be removed by the caster. So... it is what it is. I'm too hungry to raid anyone, so